So Chief Meteorologist McKenna King is in to tell us that the clouds are going away. The clouds are going away.
We're going to see some breaks in the clouds. We've seen some this afternoon. Tomorrow we do have another round of heavy rain, and that's why those first alert weather days have been in effect for today, but also for tomorrow. And it is for those rounds of heavy rain. Totals another 1 to 2 inches as we get into tomorrow. Here's how radar looks right now. Notice most of North Texas is nice and dry. We've got just a couple of sprinkles up to the north of us and up along the Red River. The bulk of our shower activity from this morning is down into central Texas, and we've cleared up for the most part. In fact, we've got some blue sky across parts of the region, but we've got a whole lot of moisture around us, and we do have more on the way. Our ridge of high pressure has moved off to the west, and with that clockwise rotation, it is just sending additional rounds of moisture up through Mexico, up from the Pacific, right into North Texas. So that means more rain for us as we get into tomorrow morning, especially, and then we'll start to dry out in time for Labor Day plants. Here's 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. Notice we're still nice and dry, but we've got rain on the way. We get to those early morning hours. Here's 5, 6 o'clock, and notice those heavy showers and thunderstorms back into the Metroplex, clearing up a little bit earlier, I think, tomorrow than what we saw today. Here's mid-morning, 11 o'clock. Most of that is moving south. Rest of the evening, we start to clear up with the exception of just an isolated shower chance. And then by Labor Day, we'll call it partly cloudy skies. Notice a couple of spots of shower activity try to make it into the Metroplex, but for the most part, I think most of that fizzles by the time it starts to move into North Texas. So isolated shower chance into Monday, but overall, we're done with the heavy rain by tomorrow morning. Here's what that looks like. This is rainfall totals over the next 7 days, but really the bulk of that we pick up tomorrow morning. Anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches for much of North Texas. Totals a bit higher south of us, places like Corsicana and down into central Texas. We do have that flood risk. Of course, we've got saturated soil, so that slight level 2 flood risk for tomorrow for most of the region. And take a look at this. The Climate Prediction Center precipitation outlook looking above normal, even as we get through the middle of September. That means expect increased rain as we get through the next few weeks. Below normal in the way of temperatures. That's especially for the Midwest, but also for us in North Texas, and that carries us through September 13th. We were well below average today. Whole lot of cloud coverage, but notice you can see a little bit of sunshine out there by this point. A high of 78 degrees this afternoon at DFW when average is 93 degrees. We were well below that, and we'll be below it as we get into tomorrow as well. Here's a look at tomorrow's forecast. Highest rain chances during the morning. We start the day in the low 70s. I think we top out right close to the lower 80s tomorrow afternoon. We start to warm up by Labor Day. Middle 80s by that point, still below average, but we'll see some increasing sunshine. Tuesday, Wednesday look good, just cooler than normal. Upper 80s Tuesday, Wednesday with that sunshine. Few more clouds out into the end of the week. We'll be right back.